What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. My name's Emily, if you don't know me, and today I'm going to be making a college-related video about the university that I go to, which is Thomas Jefferson / Philadelphia University. They just merged, which is why the name is not settled. And today I'm going to be going over pros and cons of attending this university. So, if Jefferson is in your list of colleges that you're thinking about applying to or accepting an offer of admission to, then you should definitely watch this video. And with that said, let's get on with it. Honestly, I just apologize for my neighbors, bro. I cannot wait to move next year. I'm ready for Corona to infect me just so I can't come back to campus and be next to them. So, Thomas Jefferson University, I have 5 pros and 5 cons for you guys. And I want to start with the cons so that we can end on a positive note. And I'm just going to jump right in. So, for TJU, con number 1, I would say, and these aren't in any particular order, it was just the way that they popped into my mind. The first one is Disorganization. And you kind of have to be here to understand what I mean by disorganized, because every college has their quirks and their problems and whatever, but I feel like because Jefferson just merged with Philadelphia University, it's a little more disorganized than other colleges would be, and I'll give you an example. Number 1, most universities use the grading site Canvas, but we're still using Blackboard, and Blackboard is absolutely atrocious. It does not calculate percentages correctly, and it's very kind of like old. I heard that we were supposed to switch to Canvas this semester, but that didn't happen, which is an example 1, Exhibit A. Exhibit B is the email systems. Now, I'm not trying to make this video to complain because I like this school, it's cool, but the email systems are ridiculous. So when you get accepted and you accept your offer of admission to the university, you get like 6 different emails, and one of them will have a Phila U, one of them is a Jefferson U, one is your Phila U for OneDrive, Microsoft stuff, and one is your Phila U for Outlook, because they still use Outlook for email, and then one is like a Jefferson Gmail account. So it's really confusing, especially as a freshman, to kind of try to navigate all those. It's really difficult as a freshman to try to navigate all those different emails, and like you literally have to figure out in the first 2 or 3 weeks which email gets stuff and which email works and which one doesn't, because it's whatever. Like I have my last name and 4 numbers at PhilaU, and then I have my campus key at jefferson.edu, and then I have a login for Bannerweb, I have a login for Blackboard, I have all these different logins, and it's like it's kind of hard to keep up with. And then speaking of the logins, they also have this thing, because I don't know why. I guess there's Bannerweb, Blackboard, and your email. They all use the same password. It's like kind of like the same login. And every 90 days, you have to reset your password. And if you don't reset your password, you just can't log in. So I know before that, I've had to take a quiz on Blackboard, a timed quiz, and I was trying to log in during class, and it was not logging in. I'm like, what the heck? And teacher's like, oh yeah, you got to go to the tech help desk, and they'll teach you how to reset your password every 90 days. And that is ridiculous to me. So con number 2 is the professors. Now, every college has good professors, bad professors, so this may not be very specific to this university, but speaking from my personal experience in just 2 semesters at this school, no disrespect, and I'm foreign so I can say this, but I've had professors where like I can barely understand what they're saying because of like how thick and heavy the accent is, and I don't know if that's like racist to say, but I don't really care. I can't understand what they're saying. They just one of my professors, my pre-calc professor, literally just walked in one day and started writing on the board. No introduction. He didn't have markers. He had to borrow markers from a student, and it's just like the pace is just like, yeah, and I know this is pre-calc 110, but it says, can we get an introduction, please? It was so hard for me to focus in that class, and the exact same situation is happening to me right now in chemistry, but I already withdrew from pre-calc, so I'm stuck in chemistry, and it's just really hard because what are you going to do when your professor doesn't teach? I guess that's what tutoring is for. Con number 3 is the Hallmarks requirements. Now, you will learn a lot about this if you decide to go here at Jefferson, go here to Jefferson. So the Hallmarks requirements you will learn a lot about when you attend this university, and basically it's a certain number of courses and type of courses that you have to take that will make you a well-rounded student. So even if this class is not required for your major, it is required by the university for your capstone portfolio thing at the end of your 4 years here. So I have to take classes like Writing 101, Writing 201, American Studies, which same thing as Debating U.S. Issues. I have to take like all these different things that basically kind of just like the social studies type of courses and the writing and the abstract things. So that, I personally think that is pretty annoying. I don't mind because I like writing and social studies, but for someone who's like an architecture major or whatever else, it's like really almost a waste of time and credits, and I'm sure other colleges have their own forms of that. So con number 4, this depends on the kind of person you are, but there's no football team here, and because there's no football team, there is almost a lack of school spirit. Not that people don't like this school, but it's just like there's no like, oh, football game, nah. Like, it's kind of just like our basketball team is good, our soccer team is good, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's not like people are flocking to basketball games and soccer games. It's just kind of like, if I see you there, I'll see you there. Final con number 5 is Jefferson is expensive. And I'm not paying for it, so I don't even understand the pain of that. But it is expensive. Jefferson, if you're living on campus with a meal plan, and if you live on campus, you have to have a meal plan. Jefferson is about $50,000 to $55,000 a year, and that's a lot of money. And I believe that they do give out a lot of financial aid. I know I got a lot. I know people that pay $5 a semester, so like $10 for the whole year, because of financial aid. I know someone who has a full ride. I myself don't pay $50K a year. I pay like, I don't even know how much, like 20 something. I don't know, but it is really expensive, so you are gonna have to factor that in. And so, but like I feel like the meal plans are pretty reasonable, and housing is like, I could do like the breakdown for all the money stuff in a different video if you want. If you want that, then definitely comment and let me know. But yeah, it's expensive, so if you're planning to go here, it's gonna take a chunk of money. But if they give you money, take it. Now for the pros. Pro number 1 is that this school gives great opportunities, and what I mean by that is that there's literally like, if you go to this school undergrad, then like you're almost automatically into the graduate school over in Center City. And this is the East Falls campus, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. I didn't mention that earlier. But if you go to this undergrad, you're almost automatically into the grad school for whatever study you're deciding to continue in or get a master's in. It looks really good on like grad school apps, because Jefferson Hospital is like a big deal. It's like really gaining traction, so that's cool. It's a great school for medicine for obvious reasons, like I just mentioned, and it's also a good school for architecture. Now, I'm not sure how long it's gonna last, but Philadelphia University, it was literally all about textiles, architecture, design, fashion. So it's like med students and fashion students, so health and fashion. So it's like, it's an interesting combination, but that's what this school is. So if either of those things are like your passion or like what you're going in to study for, I would definitely consider this school, because I think there's great opportunities. And also with that, there's a very diverse pool of majors. So like any other university that you look at probably wouldn't have a biopsychology major on a pre-med track. Like, that's pretty unique to this school. They also have a lot of dual degree programs. So if you are considering applying, I guess it's a little bit late, but whenever you're watching this video, if you're considering applying, look at all their majors, because you don't want to miss out on certain opportunities like the pre-PA program. That's only 5 years, and then you start being a PA, which is a physician assistant. And then there's the major that I want to switch to, which is psychology and community trauma counseling. So that's also 3 years undergrad, 2 years grad, and then you start working. So there's a lot of really cool majors like that. Pro number 2 is that this is a small school. So if you've done your research, you know that this school has about 3,000 to 4,000 people undergrad, and my high school had 4,000 people. So when I was applying, I was like, I'm not gonna go there, like it's way too small. But honestly, I feel like you really don't even notice the numbers. Like, of course, if you're going to Temple, like it's it's a huge difference. But when you're going here, you really don't, it doesn't feel like, oh, the school's so small, It's just like okay, cool, like there's not 1,000 people walking the same way to class right now. And it's like, whatever. And because it's small, it's like a great place for like school. So a lot of people go to college like, oh, I want to have fun. But like, I would say that this place is more focused. Like, people come and they do their work. And if you want to party, you kind of just go elsewhere. Which I like, because you don't necessarily want to party the same place you study. I don't know. I don't party, so I wouldn't know. There's really a sense of community because it's so small, and the small classes are really nice. So it's pretty much the size of high school classes if you went to like a normal size high school. I have about like 20 to 30 people in my classes regularly, sometimes less depending on the class. And it's just really nice because the professor knows your name. You can go to them after class for extra help. It's not just like you know what I mean? Like, there's a little bit more accountability, and there's more help. So it's pretty cool for that. Pro number 3 is that the campus is in a really nice area, and I think the campus is beautiful. And I'm not the only person. I know I'm not the only person who thinks that. Literally, like, I wish I could flip it around and show you guys. Maybe I'll do like an outside tour one time. But there are trees everywhere. It's so pretty in the summer and the fall. There's trees everywhere. It's like not in like a really rough part of town. So like, my sisters go to LaSalle and Temple, and you know, going to their school, watch your back. I'm like, you gotta watch your back anywhere you are. It's like still Philly, but it's just a suburb in Philly, and it's really cute, really pretty. But it's a nice area. I feel safe at night. I don't have to watch my back, which I think this is a lot of credit for the school. And they also have these little like emergency buttons everywhere on campus. So if you ever feel unsafe, you just push on the button. I've never had to push on one. Hopefully I never do. Pro number 4 is that there is a club for everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. If you are a gamer, there's a club for you. If you're black, there's a club. If you're Asian, there's a club. I'm sorry, if you're white, there's no specific club, but you know, it's white people everywhere. There's a club for Pre-Med Society, Pre-PA Society, Black Student Union. There's like a black fashion club. There's a lot of stuff. There's a Christian club, obviously. There's 2 different ones, actually. And there's just a lot of different things to get involved with here. So even though it's not like a Temple party school, it's still like, there's still plenty of stuff for you to do. Not to mention the sports stuff. Now, finally, pro number 5, one of my favorites, is that Jefferson is about 5 to 10 minutes from the city. And that includes City Ave, and Center City. It's like 5 minutes from City Ave and 10 minutes from Center City, depending on traffic. But it is so nice because, like, I think most people either go out on weekends or go home on weekends, people who go here, and it's just really nice when I hang out with AJ. We just, like, can drive right into the city. But it's nice not to live in the city because it's annoying. But being able to drive into the city just for, like, a night, it's really nice. It's, like, right by, there's a Ben Franklin Bridge, there's Dilworth Park, so it's literally super close to all the city stuff without actually being in the city, and you could easily take trains or the SEPTA down there, and it's just a really nice, it's really nice and accessible, so it's nice to be that close to the city. I love going to the city. So yeah, these are really the top pros and cons I could think of for you guys. If I think of any more, maybe I'll like pin a comment at the top. But that's pretty much it. So comment below if you're thinking about going to Jefferson or you have any questions for me. Thank you so much for watching.